I know this is not a power sports video, but I can make whatever I want and it's got to be done anyway. So I noticed this puddle of coolant. It's dripping from somewhere up in the front of the engine, and I thought it had to be one of these seals on the front because I already replaced the seals on the coolant crossover line, so it's not coming from the top. So I've determined that it's the water pump, so I'm going to be showing you how to replace it. It's super fast and easy. I'm going to make this really simple for you. This is on a Ford 5.4 3-valve engine, but they're all pretty much the same. They're all pretty similar to replace these water pumps. All right, to do this, you'll need some sockets and some wrenches, ratchets to pull off all the stuff that we need to get to. Some extensions as well, and also a torque wrench. And also grab a impact driver so you don't have to use the wrenches and the ratchets. All right, once you have your pick for social media of you working on your vehicle, it's time to start getting into it. Just added more horsepower to my ride. Hashtag car. All right, pop open your hood. First thing we're gonna do is remove the air intake, and there's 2 clamps on that. Next, underneath on the bottom of your radiator is a drain plug right here, and it's got a little, you can hook up a hose to it right there. Hook up your drain hose to that spot right there on the drain plug. Put that into a bucket so you can capture all that coolant and start that draining. You can also pop the coolant cap, and it may or may not speed up your draining process. This is just going to help get our coolant level slightly lower, just so we don't waste as much coolant when we pop that water pump out. Next, you want to grab your 1/2-inch ratchet and remove your belt. You'll just slip it into that slot right there and push down, and that's going to loosen your belt tension so you can slip that off the pulleys. Next, we're going to remove the pulley off of the water pump. And it's very important that you whack this, make the ringing sound, that lovely ringing bell sound, and just work the pulley around until it comes off. That's why it was important to ring it, so it breaks it free. Might be a little corrosion or something holding it on, so that little knock is going to help it pop off. Next, we're going to loosen the bolts holding the water pump housing. Just back those out. We don't want to completely remove those, so it will hold the water pump when we remove it. In your new pump, you should have a new seal and your new water pump. Now this is very important. Use a hammer on the old water pump. This is going to knock it free, and just gently tap it back and forth because it may be a little corroded or seized in there. Make sure your bolts are backed out enough, but still enough to hold it and catch it when it pops out. A few more taps should loosen it up for you, and you should be able to just wiggle it free by hand. When you pull it out, there's going to be some coolant that will drain out, so have a catch pan ready for that. Otherwise, you're going to get a mess all over your floor. All right, you can remove the mounting bolts, then your pump should just pull straight out. And there you go, you removed your old water pump. Clean up around the sealing surfaces to install the new pump. Make sure that is all clean. You can use some brake parts cleaner, just don't shoot it into the hole there. Plug up your hole and you can spray off around it. Next, you want to make sure you install the new seal on your new water pump. Slip that right onto the groove in the new water pump. Depending on your model year, you may have the fan mount to the pump, or it'll be mounted on the radiator. That's what this end is threaded for, but this pump will fit both models. On my model, the fan is on the radiator, so I don't have a fan to mount on this pump, but that's what the threads are for. Next, you're going to want to grease that seal so it slides in easily into the front of the engine. Just get some grease and just wipe down that whole seal. And then I'm going to clean up around. I got a little bit extra, so just on the edge of the seal. Now you're ready to install. It's just the same thing in reverse. Slip the water pump in, get it lined up, and then thread in a few bolts to help align it when you're mounting it into the engine. Then just wiggle it in, work its way in there, and you should feel it seat down to the engine. Then you can go ahead and snug down your bolts. Now the mounting bolts to the engine to hold the water pump on are going to be 18 foot-pound. That is what that torque specification for those mounting bolts is. So get those all tightened down. Just alternate back and forth when you're tightening those bolts up. Clean up the pulley. You're going to reinstall that back on. It looks nice and clean. Just get those bolts back in, snug those down, and then just reinstall your belt around all the different pulleys. And just make sure you get your belt on right. Otherwise your engine might end up running backwards, but that's a small concern since we've done an entire water pump replacement here. Once you get your belt all looped around, you're going to want to use that 1/2 inch ratchet again to press the belt tensioner down so you can put that belt on. Then you can torque down the water pump pulley bolts, and torque on those is 18 foot-pounds as well. Alright, the water pump's back in. Next we're just gonna reinstall our air intake, get that stuck back onto the engine, and if you haven't done it already, close that radiator drain plug, otherwise you're going to be low on coolant, and just refill your coolant back up. Alright, I'll have everything you need for this down in the description, but next you'll want to start it up, let it get to operating temperature, and then let it cool down, and you should now have coolant flowing back through the system, flowing back through the entire engine everywhere. So check the coolant level again, refill that, and you should be good to go. No more dripping from the coolant or leaky engine. Alright, it's been a few months since replacing the pump and the seal. No more leaks. Everything looks no more leaks. Everything looks good to go. Be sure to subscribe, follow along, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. And also grab an impact driver so you don't have to use the wrenches and the rackets.